Welcome back, players and haters. Welcome back to Black Birdie Golf. I am Kev1. So, a question for you guys. How can we grow the game of golf? Back when Tiger Woods was in his prime, he was winning championships left and right. Other than that aspect of his game and his popularity, like, what has changed in regards to the game of golf? Well, number one, we don't really have a consistent number one. Dustin Johnson, I think, is number one now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but all these different tournaments throughout the year, there's somebody else winning. And, you know, one new guy after one new guy after one new guy. I remember when, you know, Tiger Woods wasn't really winning that much. You know, they tried to jump on somebody else. It was McIlroy, it was Jason Day, Jordan Spieth. The list goes on and on and on. But the difference is, like, these guys aren't winning on a consistent basis, and that's what Americans love. We love winners. We want a consistent winner. So, how do you grow the game of golf now? And number one, we need a consistent winner, somebody that can rein in championships left and right consistently, year after year after year. Number two, along with that, we need marketing gurus to promote this player. Now, if you look at the 80s and the 90s, let me take an example for basketball, NBA. You know, every single team had a phenomenal player. From the Utah Jazz, you had Stockton and Karl Malone, to the New York Knicks, you had Ewing, you know, obviously Michael Jordan, you know, Pippen. Supersonics had Sean Kemp, and the Glove, Gary Payton. So back in the 80s and 90s, marketing was absolutely phenomenal. They created this amazing marketing strategy around a lot of these players, and they were very visual. Like, you always knew, you know, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Houston Rockets, like, you know, all these teams had their basically superstar, and they marketed around that player. In regards to golf, Tiger Woods had a huge marketing team. He had Gatorade and Nike and all these commercials left and right, which is great. You know, it was more visibility for him. Unfortunately, nowadays, you don't really see a lot of ads with these stars over and over and over again. Like, you had Ricky Fowler, you know, he would have a commercial like one year, or a couple of commercials a year, and then that was it. Like, I haven't seen a commercial of Ricky Fowler in like the last 2 years. Jordan Spieth, I think, maybe had one commercial. So I think the marketing schemes of today is not how they were back, you know, in the 80s and 90s. I mean, Bo Jackson, man, he had like phenomenal sneakers. You know, he was branded by, he worked with Nike, and, you know, even to today, you know, all these catchphrases like Bo knows, you know, even Tribe Called Quest had a song, threw his name out there. But yeah, man, I think that obviously, you know, being a little more inclusive helps, but I think the main thing about getting people more involved in golf is make it more visual. Some of these superstars need to win on a consistent basis, and then these advertisers can market around them, you know, like, you know, and I just don't see that happening. Top Golf is another aspect of the golf industry that can grow the game of golf. I know a lot of guys at work, they never golfed before in their life, but, you know, they take a girl on a date to Top Golf, and they're like, man, this is actually pretty cool. You know, maybe I'm going to consider playing golf. You know, who knows? But I think Top Golf is great in regards to trying to grow the game, you know, because it's good for everybody. You know, I'm going to probably start taking my little guys out there just to switch it up a bit. Instead of going to the range, instead of going to the golf course, we'll go to Top Golf, you know. I know the equipment, the equipment can be very, very expensive. I know people complain about the equipment. They complain about the price of courses, but you can play a municipal course for like 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. You know, I really don't understand how people are complaining in regards to the expense of golf, because people spend money on all types of stuff they don't need. You have kids that are going to like these super expensive football camps, baseball camps. You know, you're talking about a couple of $1,000s a summer, you know, for multiple summers. You get your son or your daughter a golf set, you can get them a used golf set. You can get them an entry-level golf set. I mean, you're spending between $150, you go to a thrift store, to $300 for like an entry-level golf set. So I just don't understand how people, you know, they assume that golf is so expensive, yet, you know, they have their kids in like these swimming leagues in Maryland, and Maryland is really known for swimming, you know, with Phelps and everything. That sport just blew up after him, but swimming is like so expensive. You know, maybe they can do a little better in regards to pricing, but you also have to look. I looked at a report a couple of years ago that the golf equipment really hasn't gone up in price at all. You know, like buying a driver from, you know, 2005 is basically the same price as the drivers now, you know, so, or a set of clubs. Depending on the brand, you know, you can get a set of clubs for 1,200 bucks. I think like 15, 20 years ago, they might have been like $1,000 or $950 or something like that. So the price really hasn't gone up that much in regards to the golf equipment. And there's also ways around the expense of golf. You know, you play at cheaper golf courses, you buy your used golf balls, or a well-known brand, but a cheaper type of ball. You know, you can buy them at Walmart and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any ideas, like how can we grow this game of golf? You know, I listed, what was it, 3? Yeah, I think it was like 3. You know, have a consistent number 1, market around that number 1 golfer, you know, like heavy, and maybe lower the price of some of the high-end items. But yeah, guys, I think, you know, for the most part, I think golf is on the up and up. I think golf as a whole has ticked up a little bit, and then, you know, I think because of the pandemic, it ticked up. It's probably going to level out, and then it's probably going to stay the same, because, you know, I was doing some research in regards to buying an investment property down in Boca. I was basically coming across a lot of condos in like these mega golf communities, and these mega golf communities had maintenance fees of $85,000 like lump sum, because in a lot of these communities in that area, people aren't playing golf anymore, whether they're, you know, passing on, or they're just too old to play, or they just lose interest. So they, you know, if you want to buy a condo, you know, I was specifically looking in Boca West because back in like '99, I had a internship there, and I absolutely loved Boca West. It was so nice. You know, I had a condo, a 2-bedroom condo, and it was dope. You know, it was really, really nice. So I was looking in that area, and I saw condos for like, man, as low as like $20,000. And I'm like, why are these condos so cheap? You know, like it's 2 bedrooms, 1,200 square foot. I just couldn't believe it. And basically, this $85,000 fee was associated with that condo, and in some communities, it was more. And they're trying to compensate for the lack of people there playing. So a lot of these golf communities are doing that because, you know, the popularity of golf has kind of subsided, and especially in those like mega communities where, you know, the amenities fees, the HOA fees are like so expensive. You're talking about, you know, $300 to like $600 a month, in addition to that $85,000, excuse me, that $85,000 lump sum. Who can afford that, you know, on a pension? You know, like, it's mind-boggling. So, but yeah, guys, so I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know what the golf industry can do in order to grow the game. You know, that's my 2 cents. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys are all safe. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And, you know, hit them straight, guys. Peace.